Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Tamil Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Tamil Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Sada Pranam.
You can hear, no? Clear?
Yes,
Audio.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes,
Ji, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Tamil Pranam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudhirai.
Tato Jayamudhirai.
Nashtaprayusha Bhadreshu.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki.
Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu.
Krishna Karuna Sindhu.
Dinabandhu Jagatpate.
Dinabandhu Jagatpate.
Gopesha Gopika Kanta.
Gopesha Gopika Kanta.
Radha Kanta Namastute.
Radha Kanta Namastute.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi.
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari.
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari.
Anusute Devi.
Devi.
Pranamami Hari Priye.
Ami Hari Priye.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Audio now, audio is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very good.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Fine.
Raja Uvacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Tam Anvikshitam Brahman.
Sutam Anvikshitam Brahman.
Bhagavan Yadabhashata.
Bhagavan Yadabhasata.
Naitajjananti upadhyayaha.
Netajjananti upadhyayah.
Kimna bruyur vidur yadi.
Kimna Bruyur Viduryati.
Rajo uvacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Anvikshitam Brahman.
Sutam Anvikshitam Brahman.
Yat abhashata.
Bhagavan Yadabhashata.
Naitajjananti upadhyayaha.
Netajjananti upadhyayah.
Kimna bruyur vidur yadi.
Kimna Bruyur Viduryati.
Raja uvacha.
Vacha.
Anvikshitam Brahman.
Sutam Anvikshitam Brahman.
Bhagavan yad abhashata.
Bhagavan Yadabhashata.
Naitajjananti upadhyayaha.
Netajjananti
Bruyur vidur yadi.
Kimna Bruyur Viduryati.
Raja uvacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Anvikshitam Brahman.
Sutam Anvikshitam Brahman.
Bhagavan yad abhashata.
Bhagavan Yadabhashata.
Naitajjananti upadhyayaha.
Netajjananti upadhyayah.
Yo yadur yadi.
किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि
राज उवाच
राज उवाच
अनवीक्षितं ब्रह्मन्
श्रुतम् अन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन्
भगवान् यद् भाषत
भगवान् यदभाषत
भगवान् यद् अभाषत
भगवान् यदभाषत
तज्जानन्ति उपाध्यायः
नेतज्जानन्त्युपाध्यायः
ब्रूर्विदुर्यदि
किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि
I show him that class in Russia. Online, anybody wants to chant?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी राजोवाच श्रुतम् अन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भागवन् यदा अपाशत नैतज्जन्यते उपाध्यायः किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी राजोवाच श्रुतम् अन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यद्भाषत नैतज्जानन्ति उपाध्यायः किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी राजोवाच श्रुतमन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यद्भाषत नैतज्जानन्ति उपाध्याय किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि विदुर्यदि हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी
श्रुतं राजो उवाच श्रुतम् अनिवीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यद् अभाषत नैतज्जानन्ति उपाध्यायः किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि हरे कृष्ण
प्रभुजी प्रणाम प्रभुजी राजो उवाच श्रुतम् अनिक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यत् अभाषत नैतज्जानन्ति उपाध्याय किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी
राजोवाच श्रुतम् अन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यद् अभासत नैतज्जानाति उपाध्याय किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि हरे कृष्ण
प्रभुजी श्रुतम् अन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यद् अभाषत नैतज्जानाति उपाध्याय किं न ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी राज उवाच श्रुतम् अन्वीक्षितं ब्रह्मन् भगवान् यद् अभाषत नैतज्जानात्यपाध्याय ब्रूयुर्विदुर्यदि Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Koti koti.
Hare Krishna. Raja Uvacha. The king said, Shrutam was heard. Anvikshitam was considered. Brahman, O Brahmana, Bhagavan, the most powerful, Yat, which, Abhashata, you have spoken, Na, not, Etad, this, Jananti, do know, Upadhyayaha, the teachers of fruitive activities, Kim, why, Na, Bruyahu, they did not instruct. Viduhu, they understood. Yadi, if. The king replied, My dear Brahmana, whatever you have said, I have heard with great attention. And considering all of it, I have come to the conclusion that the Acharya's teachers who engaged me in fruitive activity did not know this confidential knowledge. If they were aware of it, why did not they explain it to me?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Actually, the so-called teachers or leaders of material society do not really know the goal of life. They are described in Bhagavad Gita as Maya Aphavrita Gnanaha. They appear to be very learned scholars, but actually the influence of illusionary energy has taken away their knowledge. Real knowledge means searching out Krishna. Vedescha sarver ahameva vedyaha. All Vedic knowledge is meant for searching out Krishna because Krishna is the origin of everything. Janmadhyasya yataha. In Bhagavad Gita 10.2, Krishna says, Aham adir hi devanam. I am the source of the demigods. Thus, Krishna is the origin and beginning of all demigods, including Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all others. The Vedic ritualistic ceremonies are concerned with satisfying different demigods, but unless one is very advanced, he cannot understand that the original personality of Godhead is Sri Krishna. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. After hearing the instructions of Narada, King Bharishman came to his senses. The real goal of life is to attain devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The king therefore decided to reject the so-called priestly orders that simply engage their flowers in the ritualistic ceremonies without giving effective instructions about the goal of life. At the present moment, the churches, temples, and mosques all over the world are not attracting people because foolish priests cannot elevate their followers to the platform of knowledge. Not being aware of the real goal of life, they simply keep their congregations in ignorance. Consequently, those who are well educated have become uninterested in the ritualistic ceremonies. At the same time, they are not benefited with real knowledge. This Krishna conscious movement is therefore very important for the enlightenment of all classes. Following in the footsteps of Maharaja Bharishman, everyone should take advantage of this Krishna conscious movement and abandon the stereotyped ritualistic ceremonies that go under the garb of so many religions. The Goswamis from the very beginning differed from the priestly class that was engaged in ritualistic ceremonies. Indeed, Srila Sanatana Goswami compiled his Haribhakta Valasa for the guidance of the Vaishnavas. The Vaishnavas, not caring for the lifeless activities of the priestly classes, take to full Krishna consciousness and become perfect in this very life. That is described in the previous verse as Paramahamsa Sharanam, taking shelter of the Paramahamsa, the liberated soul, and becoming successful in this life. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
One more. My dear Brahmana, there are contradictions between your instruction, those of my spiritual teachers who engage me in fruitive activity. I can now understand the distinction between devotion, service, knowledge, and renunciation. I have some doubts about them, but you have now very kindly dissipated all these doubts. I can now understand how even the great sages are bewildered by the real purpose of life. Of course, there is no question of sense gratification.
Purport. King Bharishman was engaged in different types of sacrifice for elevation to the heavenly planets. People generally are attracted by these activities and very rarely in a person attracted to devotional service, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirms. Unless one is very, very fortunate, he does not take to devotional service. Even the so-called learned Vedic scholars are bewildered by devotional service. They are generally attracted to the rituals for sense gratification. In devotional service, there is no sense gratification, but only transcendental loving service to the Lord. Consequently, the so-called priests engaged in the sense gratification do not very much like devotional service. The Brahmanas, the priests, have been against this Krishna conscious movement since it began with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started this movement, the priestly class lodged complaints to the Kasi, the magistrate of the Muhammadan government. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to lead a civil disobedience movement against the propaganda of so-called followers of Vedic principles. These people are described as karma jada smartas, which indicates that they are priests engaged in ritualistic ceremonies. It is here stated that such people become bewildered. Rishayo apihi muhyanti. To save oneself from the hands of these karma jada smartas, one should strictly follow the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य माम् एकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashate Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Samshayo atra tume vipra,
Yatra tume vipra
Anchennastat krito maha,
sanchinasta krito
Shayopi muhyanti,
Vishwapihi
Tatra
mayanti
netriya vrittayaha.
Tanetriya vidya.
My dear Brahmana, there are contradictions between your instruction and those of my spiritual teachers who engage me in fruitive activities. I can now understand the distinction between devotion, service, knowledge, and renunciation. I have some doubts about them, but you have now kindly dissipated all these doubts. I can now understand that even the great sages are bewildered by the real purpose of life. Of course, there is no question of sense gratification. Hare Krishna, everybody. Audio is clear?
Yes,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pranam,
Yes,
pranam.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
So
Dandavat.
today meditation is very, very fortunate. See, this depends upon what you want in life. Because we have in our heart desire for sense enjoyment and money, we become envious of people who have that or are going to have that. And somebody who has that, we think he is so fortunate. Bhogeshwarya. Yes, who's going to chant the shloka?
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया चेतसा
Vyavasaya
समाधौ न
buddhi
विधीयते
Okay, one more person.
भोगेश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया अपहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
So when the heart is enchanted by bhoga and aishwarya, taya aparita chetasam. If somebody else is doing it, okay, you are not doing it, somebody else is doing it, you get so bewildered, then that will be your whole devotional service will become gutter, polluted. Nobody will be able to appreciate. You may appreciate, other person can see. That's called Mishrid Bhakta. Or another word is Sahajiya. Mityachara sauchyate karmendriyani samyamya. Who knows the shloka?
Karmendriyani sanyamya manasa smaran yeah. Indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharasya uchyate.
Okay. So we may be externally trying to control the senses, so called, but actually, if still there is a desire for sense gratification in the heart, yaste manasa smaran indriyarthan, if the mind is still engaged, dreaming for sense enjoyment, mithyachara sochi, the person is a hypocrite. And nobody likes a hypocrite. Spiritual life, nobody. In material life also, nobody likes a hypocrite. Hypocrisy is not there. Sahajiya, prakita sahajiya, so many words are used. And if this is the platform, then definitely, therefore Prabhupada uses one word in the previous 2 shlokas, we did 56 shloka, platform of knowledge. Unless you have achieved platform of knowledge, you will cheat ourselves. You cannot cheat Krishna and try to cheat Krishna also in the same way. Platform of knowledge comes by Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna means there is no sense gratification. Therefore, again and again, you see in both the purports, there is no question of sense gratification. There is no question of sense gratification. So, person who is really fortunate, he aspires for pure devotion service. He hankers for pure devotion service. And he understands the person who is a pure devotee is the most fortunate person in this world. He is so fortunate. Definitely, Shri Radha Govinda ki, definitely he got the mercy of Krishna. This person is so fortunate. We seek his association. We feel ashamed when we are maintaining, we do some activity for sense gratification. We feel ashamed. मैं क्या कर रहा है? क्या कर रहा है? Feel ashamed. He sees every activity he is doing, what is the impetus for that activity? And then when he sees that actually the most fortunate person is Krishna Bhakta, his life is different. Like in Bhagavad Nectar of Instruction, he deals differently with people. When he sees a non-devotee who is offensive, he ignores him. When he sees an innocent person, he tries to help him. When he sees a devotee of the Lord, he makes friendship with him. And he sees the Supreme Lord, he loves him. So already his heart wants to drink something else. And in dealing devotees also, in the shloka I said he makes friendship. The friendship also goes in 3 categories. The Kanishta Adhikari, he appreciates Hare Krishna. But he knows he is Sahajiya. So he doesn't become doesn't want to mix with heart with them, but he appreciates. Okay, anyway, he's chanting Hare Krishna. But along with chanting, he is doing so much sinful activities. He is doing so much, he is desiring sense enjoyment along with so-called japa. Little more advanced, Madhyama Adhikari is very strict, following rules and regulations. He tries to associate with them. And you see somebody who is actually on a still advanced condition, like Acharya Prabhupada, who every second is absorbed in Krishna's service. He surrenders to him. So he's sensible actually. He is making friendship and he's still dividing in the 3 categories. He is not fault finding, he is discriminating. The difference between fault finding and discrimination. Discrimination means I am seeking spiritual advancement. Fault finding means I am seeking faults. Same situation, but behavior is different. Okay. I give you that example. You go in the market, you are wanting to get some, say, cabbage. And somebody doesn't have that. You stand outside the shop, he doesn't have cabbage, You come here, see, he doesn't have cabbage. And making fun of him. This is fault finding. You're looking for cabbage. Do you have? Do you have? Do you have? We search where it is available. So we are seeking Shuddha Bhakti. We are seeking Krishna Prema. We can discriminate where it is available. But there is no fault finding. I just go where it is available. Therefore, spiritual life is a lot of freedom. It's very voluntary. Like in the battlefield, the millions of people are there. Arjuna chose in this situation to take Krishna's association. Vidura was traveling all over India. He chose to take association of Uddhava and Maitreya. This is not fault finding, it's discrimination. Okay? Now we see in this present condition, King Bharishman is choosing to very attentively hear Narad Muni. And after hearing him, he is saying, "No, looks contradictory, what this priestly class taught. Nobody enlightened me like this. And I am benefiting, now I am choosing to continue to hear from you." So there is discrimination and fault finding are two different things. Okay? But at the same time, we can be cheated in our discrimination. Because if we are compromised, Maya will cheat us very nicely. You see, most of the people in the society, they are enchanted by somebody who has bhoga and aishwarya. Yes, swavidvara ustara. Nobody knows this shloka. Swavidvara ustara karai.
संतृप्त पुरुष पशुः न यत्कर्णपथोपेतो जातु नाम गदाग्रज.
Very nice. Anybody else? Chalo. Okay, I continue. Please remember this shloka. These are ABCD. Every day we are quoting. Okay? Please make it pen se likho aur likho. Thoda mehnat karo. So, Swavidvara Ustara Kharai says, so a person who develops desire for bhoga and aishwarya, he is cheated. He actually utilizes the person who has that. Where he is getting sense enjoyment will run. He will not be able to discriminate properly because his vision is polluted by sense enjoyment. Ustara Kharai. Samsutaha Purusha Pashuhu. So either dog, swa, vidvara, pig, ustra, camel, and asses. He will just appreciate this kind of people. They have not even a sense of sense enjoyment. Oh, sorry. These people are not even a sense of spiritual life. A dog just looking for a job, or somebody gets a good job, oh. And I feel within my heart, he's so fortunate. Vidvaraha, I see pig. He is eating any kind of thing. But I appreciate him, Vidvara. Ustara, because I want to eat. Oh, how nicely he's eating, huh? Eating anything, doesn't matter. Vidvara. Ustara, camel. He's even indulging in sinful activities, in thinking he is enjoying. Drinking his own blood. And Kharai, an ass, a donkey, who has no time for spiritual life. So these are very big disqualifications for spiritual life. Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says, 4 kind of people cannot surrender to me. What is that shloka?
Namam duskritino mudha prapadyante naradhama mayaya aparitadnyanam asuram bhavamashrita.
So we should keep away from such kind of people, no? But no, mudha, okay, no time. Prapadyante naradhama, engage in sinful activity. Maya Prita Jnana, so-called big knowledgeable man in this world, but he has no understanding of Krishna consciousness. Asuram, he is demonic, hates the Lord. So all these kind of things we still start appreciating them, and they become role models, where we do not even get an idea what is Krishna Bhakti. We just run. It's our choice, we just run. And running, we spoil our life. So this is very nicely said here. Very, very fortunate. We should understand, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna ye bhaje se bada chatura. If somebody is worshipping Krishna, he is most fortunate. Why is it so? Because even there is a shloka, Ahobato sapachobi garyan. Yes, anybody knows this?
अहो बतस्व पचतो गरीया यज्जिह्वाग्रे वर्तते नाम तुभ्यं तेपस्तपस्तु जुहुः शुष्णरार्या ब्रह्मानुचुर्नाम गृह्णन्ति एते.
This person is so fortunate. Actually, real fortunate is saying because of the holy name of the Lord is coming from his tongue. Vartate. Vartate doesn't mean just one chanted. He's sitting on his tongue now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's sitting. Nothing else is there in his tongue now. Tepas, he's doing so much tapasya, tapas. Juhu, he's doing so much yagnas. He must have done all this thing. He's chanting the holy name of the Lord and he's fixed on this chanting, Vartate. His holy name is sitting, Vartate, on his tongue. This person must have done all the yagnas. He must have done all the kind of tapas, Arya. Tepa, tapas, Ju, Sushnu. He must have taken bath in all the holy rivers. Arya, he's the most civilized personality. Brahmanuchur, he must have studied all the Shastra. Tavanam Grinamti Yete. He's chanting a holy name. So somebody becomes fixed up in chanting the holy name of the Lord is extremely fortunate personality. Bato, Garyan, he's so fortunate. So it takes time for us actually to come to the real platform. When we come to the platform of Satoguna, in Rajaguna and Tamoguna, our consciousness is very polluted. We are only seeing sense object, boy is seeing girl, girl is seeing boy, that's all. That's all dirty thing in the mind, nothing else. Where is Krishna consciousness in that? Person should be very, very introspective. What is Krishna consciousness? He should not forget. Krishna consciousness is from the platform of knowledge. Otherwise, we are some cheap hypocrite, that's all. Tamasha, that's all. And then what happens? Shruti Smriti.
श्रुति स्मृति पुराणादि पंचरात्रि की विधि विना एकांतिकै हरेर भक्तिर उत्पादैव च कल्पते.
Utpad, utpad, just all utpad, we cause disturbance. When we practice spiritual life, but we are not hearing what the Shastra is saying, we don't care. We are indulging in sense enjoyment in the name of spiritual life. Smriti, we don't care what Smriti says. Puranas say, Pancharatra, what the rules and regulation of Pancharatra say, we are not strictly following the rules and regulations. There is no question to come to the platform of knowledge. And unless we are coming to the platform of knowledge, we cannot appreciate who is most fortunate. Shruti, Smriti, okay. Pancharat, Ekantiki, Utma, we only create disturbance. We had so many situations, people come for devotional service and then start running for sense enjoyment, and then becomes a headache for us because moment sense enjoyment start, then kama, krodha, correct? All these activities start up, correct? Kama, krodha, all funny things. Utpadati kalpate. Even in the community of devotee, we only create utpad, disturbance. So it's very important to not lose discrimination. What is most fortunate. And When Prabhupada says, when personal agenda develops within our heart, then we lose devotion service. And we only create utpadan. I have some agenda. I have only one agenda, no? What is that one agenda? I want to become pure devotee. And I appreciate pure devotion. So this is very important, that achieving platform of knowledge, which talks about again and again, we require to come to Sattva-guna. Then we can see things as they are. You see this, both the verses talks about so-called Brahmanas, Utpad, they only create Utpad. At the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there were so-called birth Brahmanas who were not on the platform of knowledge. Look at this now. They could not appreciate the pure devotion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They went and complained. They went and complained to Chand Kazi about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. Actually, Chand Kazi sent his people to break the drums on their advice. They instigated Chand Kazi. He is destroying Hindu Dharma. We are supposed to chant the holy name when we are in the water during eclipse. He is chanting, a whole night he is chanting. This will bring great, see, just imagine. They are Rasik Tamsik people. They are just seeing this, papi pet ka sawal hai. You know, they are creating a necessity. You are creating necessity by breaking rules and regulations. No, I have a necessity. Krishna will feed you. Follow rules and regulations. Don't never make a shortcut. Krishna will provide you everything what is needed. But no, I will do a shortcut now. They want nice money of Dakshina. But the problem is this is not going to come because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said there is no need of all these rituals. Prabhupada says in the purport very nicely. He says modern day priests, they are not modern day anybody. When you're not able to lift your audience to the platform of knowledge, then they are in ignorance. Correct? How many Prabhupada was very sad when he saw the Gaudiya descend to that platform. You know, there are karmakanda activities which people want in the temple. Correct? There are karmakandi brahmanas also for that. And sometimes you think it's a means of my livelihood. Please come, I can do this namkarana, I can do this, I can do this. I can do a puja for your good health, I can do that. So these are all ritualistic karmakandas. Karmakandi brahmanas indulge in that. Prabhupada says in the Shanodiya Brahmana in Chaitanya Charitamrita for them. And then, what happens then? Prabhupada says, you are running a temple just by giving darshan. They keep closing, opening the door. And thoda paisa phenko kholta hu, nahi to darshan nahi dunga. Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada gave a very nice example. He said one temple he saw was locked. So under some sound was coming and person was waiting for darshan. तो वो खिड़की से देखा पुजारी के हाथ में शालीग्राम था और उससे कोकोनट तोड़ रहा था. He was shocked. ये कर क्या रहा है? So he should not do this, breaking coconut from shaligram. So similarly, he says, when you use the deities for your maintenance, it is exactly like that. आओ darshan लो, dakshina दो, देखो हुंडी में डालो भगवान को. Prabhupada said, don't do that. We have to lift our audience to the platform of knowledge. For that, first we should be pure. Then we can do that. अभी इसी अरे यार एक सेठ आदमी आ गया, अच्छा दक्षिणा मिलेगा. क्या है फिर, है ना? देख भगवान का दर्शन, मंदिर चला गया, दक्षिणा दे. Not good. We have to lift people to the platform of knowledge. When you do that, they will come every day. Therefore, we said that every visitor comes, make him chant. Kali Yuga, if people have to analyze, they cannot analyze. They have no capacity to analyze in Tamoguna. They have no. Most of these ritualistic brahmanas are the smartas. Smartas come from the Shankaracharya, this Panchopasana. You know, they say even Ekadashi, Smarta Ekadashi Vaishnavi, Smartas, you know. They are mostly in these rituals. Panchopasana. They say they unified the Hindu Dharma. I was just reading. Because they say you can worship. You know, many people are falling for this. They say there are so many worship we have in Hindu Dharma, somebody is worshipping Krishna, somebody worship. They say no, not needed. Everything, anything you can worship. God has no form and you can worship anything you want. So they feel that this is actually unify the Hindu so-called Dharma. Now by platform of knowledge you can understand things. Why you are keeping people in ignorance? Why you are keeping people? Let people understand, no? Let people understand what is actually the position of Krishna. But let people understand the position of the Devatas. Then everything is set, no? No, we will keep them under ignorance or what? Why you plan like that? That let there is no form of God, imagine any form. You want to unify people on the platform of ignorance, isn't it? They are trying to unify people on the platform. It will not last because then the result is not there. See, when you take something which is not fact, there will be no happiness and satisfaction within the heart. Any activity which is done, if it is not carefully ascertained what I am doing, then I have to take the reaction, no? Correct? Then people lose respect. We have to, therefore, discrimination is very important. I am doing this activity now, so therefore the king is saying, my activities till now were guided by the Smarta Brahmanas. This is ritualistic. And Prabhupada says, people have lost interest in all this now. Prabhupada says, around the world, people have lost interest in the places of worship. Now do not think that crowds will go to the temple, church. This is over now. This idea is over. People will not do that now. They are not so interested. Chale aa jao bhai, sab log abhishek dekho. They are not interested now. They lost interest in the rituals that's around the world, in all the religions. Okay? So somehow or another, therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu process, somehow or another make them chant the holy name of the Lord, make them, by that chanting, they get strength to follow the rules and regulation. And when they chant the holy name and follow the rules and regulation, they will be lifted to the platform of knowledge. This word platform of knowledge, just see Prabhupada uses so many times. It's not one time. So many times. It's a platform, because unless we come to Sattva-guna and higher Krishna consciousness, we actually do not have proper platform of knowledge. Just like there are the different platforms mentioned in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Annamaya. The person feels, I get food, my life is successful. Correct? That is his platform of existence, Annamaya. Khana chahiye, my life is successful. Very beautiful. And then next platform is Pranamaya. Where is Pranamaya, the person feels satisfied, not only his food, he can protect his family members, himself. He thinks my life is protected. He gets a sense of his living, his consciousness, I am alive. Annamaya is just like even insect, eating, that's all. They don't even anything. But okay, that is one human life, we can say, some people, the just absorbed where I can get my food every day, that's it. The better platform with the people, Pranamaya, they feel that if I can protect my life, or other get a house, lock my house, I'm protected. They feel some kind of satisfaction having done that. Then Manomaya, once person has achieved some food for himself and protected himself, next he starts Manomaya. I remember, they get a lot of philosophy. They start speaking a lot of philosophy. They think life is success now, they achieve perfection of life. Now they start speaking philosophy. We go to meet these people for, now raising funds for the college or temple. Abha, just imagine, they see us. I have not seen one person saying, Swamiji, actually what is the conclusion of Gita? Not possible. They are not in the platform of knowledge. They Manomaya, they just blah, 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 blah. That is their platform they are in. Eat their head out. They achieve some success, just like somebody achieves some, big success. He is a big film star. Kali Yuga heroes are these people. So you go to them, they will blah, 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 blah. They'll speak and people are hearing because they think he is so fortunate. How did he achieve this fortune? People are hearing very attentively. Correct? And then Manomaya, the people are blabbering nonsense philosophy, like Arjuna in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, blabbering so much philosophy. Krishna was just listening. What is the nonsense he's speaking? So if you open 140 or how many channels are there now, and the TV, blah, 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 people are speaking, all Manomaya. Why? Who are these people speaking? They have secured their food and some protection, blah, blah, blah. And in this situation, person think, I can do anything, do, no problem. Utpaditi kalpite, kridu utpad, whatever you're doing. So Annamaya, Pranamaya, and then Manomaya, then Vijnanamaya. At this, slowly the platform of knowledge is awakening. Vijnana means realized knowledge. From the Shastra is understanding separation from body and soul. Now actually knowledge is starting. But then comes the highest platform, Anandamaya. Now for achieving the platform Anandamaya, it is very, very important I don't cheat the process of Krishna consciousness, indulging in sense enjoyment. That knowledge has no value. Suppose I have some knowledge, at the same time I indulging in sense enjoyment, I will not be effective. That is no use. Prabhupada says the knowledge is actually wasted, stolen away. So whatever is speaking has no impact. The people are not able to take to the Krishna consciousness with that. Okay? So coming back to the shloka, the platform knowledge, then there is a talk about ritualistic ceremonies. That's all the Brahmanas were so disturbed. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says you don't need to do the ritualistic ceremonies. Everything is there within the 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Take to this process. So anybody you meet, just make him start chanting Hare Krishna mantra. His spiritual life will begin. That's it. Amazing it is. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, his spiritual life, he will start developing attraction for Krishna. So beautiful process. And as it develops, then we have, therefore, defying the so-called smarta brahmanas, defying the so-called ritualistic brahmanas, the Goswamis composed Hari Bhakti Vilasa. This is the composition of the Goswamis. Or we say Narada Pancharatra. We follow this. We don't follow the smarta system of worship. Therefore, people when it comes, your system of worship is different. Yes, we are not interested in a smarta worship, where everybody is God, anybody is God. We are not interested in all those things. We do have Pancharatra, Narada Pancharatra, or the details are given in Hari Bhakti Vilasa. Presently we have in ISKCON the book called Pancharatra Pradeepa, composed, which gives you some guidelines. So Goswamis, not only they gave the first thing when Srila Prabhupada went to America, what did he do? He brought deity worship? No. He brought Harinama. He was making people hear the Nama of the Lord. And as the people are hearing the Nama of the Lord, that is the first thing. Our business is every visitor to the temple, give him the Nama. Please chant Hare Krishna. Correct? That is business. Make them chant. That will stay with him. That will give him more benefit and impact. He will gradually get purified. And as he gets coming into the platform of Krishna consciousness by Shravanam, later we have Archanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vandanam, Archanam. We do have Archana, Pancharatrika Vidhi, which will help him to be regulate and be purified. But this Pancharatrika Vidhi should not be compared to the ritualistic ceremonies which is being talked here. This is given by Narada. This is very practically applied as the Goswamis have given Hari Bhakti Vilasa, and it is implemented in the life of devotees. Okay. But it is true, when you want to attract people to Krishna consciousness, this is very important. The first process is always the holy name. So this king is feeling that he wasted his life. In the Vedas also, most of the people feel dharma, artha, kama, moksha are the purusharthas. They feel this is the goal of life. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave something else. Prema pumartha mahan. He gave Krishna prema as the conclusion. Now, if you understand my goal of life, just imagine most of the people who are following the Vedic culture, they think the Chatur Purushas are the goal of life. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. They feel this is the goal of their life. So-called, they are very much impacted how other people will feel. They organize with some money, so-called some rituals at their home. They'll call some karma kandi brahmana, and they will do some rituals in their home. Oh, see, he's very religious. They'll arrange a big langar, lot of people will come in. Dharma. Correct? Just like we can also do like that. We think of doing a big grand Janmashtami with lot of dham, tum, boom, boom. But we are not thinking we have to satisfy Krishna. Correct? Krishna भूल गए. लोग आके बोलेंगे यार बड़ा अच्छा बड़ा फंक्शन किया, इतना बड़ा हॉल में फंक्शन किया. But we forgot our purpose was to satisfy Krishna, not the public. We are doing it for appreciation. So this is when the Krishna consciousness get polluted, it happens like that. So we can also do like that. Artha, when you are engaging in rules and regulations and doing whatever so-called thing, your rituals, there is punya in that, karma kanda. So you will be artha, some money you will have. Then with that money which is come according to dharma, you are following rules and regulations of moral rules and civil rules, legal rules, all this thing. Very legally you will do enjoyment with that artha, dharma, artha, kama. And then you are frustrated with sense enjoyment. After some time you will think, let me get liberated from the world. Right? All four are sense enjoyment, that's all. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected this four purusharthas. A normal smartas, karmakandi brahmanas, there is nothing more than chatur purushartha for them. This is given. You ask anybody, chatur purushartha, shastra hai, four purushartha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, iha bahya, keep it aside. When he asked Ramananda Raya what we should do, Ramananda Raya gave so many conclusions. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, iha bahya, please keep it aside. Keep it aside, not needed. And what is the shloka that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted? Yes, anybody? Yeah. Sthane Sita, who is going to chant the shloka?
ज्ञाने प्रयासमुदप्रास्य नमन्त एव जीवन्ति षण्मुखरिता भवदीयवार्ता स्थाने स्थिता श्रुतिगतां तनुवां मनोभिः ते प्रायशो अजितजितोऽप्यसि तैस्त्रिलोक्यान्.
So you can become the most fortunate person. You don't have to do anything. Just sit at your home. Sometimes it may be what to do in my home. My child is not interested or my wife is not. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All these things. These are part of life. Stay where you are. Sthane sita. And the first, what is the first line? Jnane prayasa udupasya. Very good. So forget all this manomaya. Your jnane prayasa is all manomaya. Give up this attempt to understand God by your silly speculation. Because you are not on the platform of knowledge. You understand? जिस प्लेटफॉर्म में होंगे उतना ही दिखेगा ना. अभी आपको बालकनी में क्या है, बिना बालकनी में जाए कैसे दिखेगा? और रूफ में क्या, वो तो दिखेगा ही नहीं ना. You have to go to the roof. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, how does pure devotee feel? Prabhupada said, when you become pure devotee, you'll know na. So we have to come to that platform. We cannot remain on the platform of sense enjoyment. We cannot, just like many times it happens. When I look at Prabhupada, the tears don't come. And I feel, what is in my heart? Why I'm not feeling gratitude? Because I am not on the platform of knowledge. We cannot artificially feel things, no? Correct? We see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he's seeing Jagannatha, he's feeling intense separation. Mereko to separation nahi, because I am not on that platform. You cannot, that is sahajiya. Sahajiya means he is here, he wants to experience what is there. He pushes his mind, and mind hallucinates them. Then don't do that. Jnane prayasa utapasya nama, become humble. Correct? First thing in spiritual life is we love ourselves. We know we have to love Krishna. Everybody loves himself. Spiritual life means you have to love Krishna. Correct? But which platform we are? We are only bothered about me and my sense enjoyment. Don't bother what damage I am doing. That's all. How much people are getting frustrated looking at me. I don't care. Because I am platform of sense enjoyment. So, jnane prayasa udapasya, become humble. Understand there is Krishna consciousness is different from what I am doing. It's so beautiful. Therefore, when you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, when you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in ecstasy, this is devotee, है ना? क्या है? Namanta, become humble. That humility शुरू होता है ना? नहीं तो सोते हैं I am the best devotee. Yeah, that is Kanishta Adhikari. Madhyama Adhikari feels yes, there are some other people also devotee. Uttama Adhikari feels everybody is devotee except me. ठीक है. He is in trance. He is in ecstasy. He is actually meditating that how he has left the lotus feet of Krishna. He is in intense separation from the Lord. So namanta eva jimani sanmukha bhavadiya varta, because he appreciates now Krishna consciousness, because he wants Krishna prema, his always ears are open to hear. Somewhere I can drink Krishna consciousness. Very eager. Jnane prayasa udapasya namanta eva jimani sanmukha bhavadiya varta. Then what is the third line?
Sthane sthita pratigatan shrut.
Very good. Sthane sthita. Sit at wherever you are. Don't have to do any gymnastics. Because that is, bhakti is independent of any situation. True. As far as possible, you could try to make it more comfortable. That's why we say, okay, if possible, come here, stay here for 1 week. Correct? Possible. Do it. Anytime you come, I'll make arrangement. You can stay with us. Okay? So, sthane sthita. But otherwise, if it is your material obligations are not allowing you, okay, fine. Sthane sthita, stay where you are. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows it's not that everybody will leave everything, just like the gopis. They left, including their husbands, the children that ran. Prabhupada said what was possible for gopis is not possible for other people. Don't do that. Okay? Sthane sthita, stay where you are, yeah. Shruti katam, but keep hearing about the Krishna's glories from devotees. And then what will happen if you do that? What is the last one?
Ajita jitopyasi taistrilokyam.
Yes.
You will be known.
And you will conquer the unconquerable. Isn't it? You will conquer and you become the most fortunate person of the universe. Therefore, when you look at the gopis, it's the most fortunate. When you look at Mother Yashoda, most fortunate. They have taken millions and millions of births. Where is the shloka? There is a shloka which says, Krita Punya Pumja. Anybody know the shloka? Krita Punya Pumja. Yeah, the Bhagavatam, that. Krita Punya Pumja. How much punya they must have done. Locate it. Krita Punya Pumja. Let us... he says, this is in Bhagavatam when Krishna is entering the arena of the Kamsa for wrestling. He says these boys, oh no, this is when we see the boys playing. Anybody located the shloka?
Yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Give me that shloka. What is the number?
10.12.11.
7 to 11, Prabhuji.
Chalo. Wait. You'll chant, but let us get for everybody. 10,
12, 11.
10, 12. Then?
11. 11.
7 to 11 all together, Prabhuji. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Ittam satam brahma sukhanubhutya. Who's going to sing this line, 11th shloka? Yes.
Itham satam brahma sukha. Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya. Dasyam gatanam paradaivatena. Maya sritanam narakarakena. Shakam bijahu krita punya punjaha.
Very good. And somebody else will chant the shloka.
Hare Krishna. Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradevatena maya sritanam naradarakena sakam vijahiya krita punya punjaha.
Lalita Mataji is there? No.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
इत्थां ब्रह्मसुखानुभूत्या दास्यं गतानां परदैवतेन मायाश्रितानां नरदारकेन साकं विजर्भुकृतपुण्यपुञ्जा। हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Did you call me Prabhuji?
Yeah, chant.
Ittam shastram brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam ghatanam paradaivatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakam bija vijakrita punya punjaha. Hare Krishna.
So he says it's Brahma Sukhana Bhutyas. You look at okay, he is not done, he's not. I'll Itam in this way, Satam that Brahma Sukhana Bhutya. Take care. See, people are looking at Krishna in so many ways. Dasyam Gatanam Paradevatena Maya Shitanam Naradarakena. People are looking at Krishna in a different way because they are on different platforms. Same Krishna appeared the arena of, the Kamsa, but people are looking in different ways. Ityam Satama Brahma Sukhanubhutya. Those who are transcendentalists, they are seeing Krishna as Parabrahman, so Brahman. Dasyam Gatanam Paradaivatena. Maya Shitanam Narada. Those who are completely Maya Shitanam, totally covered by Maya, they are looking him like an ordinary child. Mother Yashoda is looking him like most beloved object, correct? Everybody is looking at Krishna in a different, but the boys who are playing with Krishna, Krita Punya Puja. How much punya they must have done to come to this platform. You cannot enter that. Suppose Krishna is playing with the coward boys, can you enter there? No. You have to do a lot of purification to be able to do that. Okay? So there are many things we can discuss here. Okay, so after a lifetime of purification, not one lifetime, millions of lifetime of purification. Bhagavatam also says these queens who got an opportunity to be one of the queens of Krishna, they must have done tapasya for millions and millions of lives. Okay? Krita punya pumcha. Okay? The results, life after life of pious activities. Okay. Hare Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी।
Hare Krishna
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Pooja Mataji, you wanted to add something?
Yes, Prabhuji, the talks between Narada and King Prachinavari is going on. Now we are ready. Who is this king? Barisman?
No, same name. Same. He is another name.
Okay.
Another name. Barisman, Prachena, Barishat. Same. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I also have one question, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
See, Prabhuji, when we are entering the Sattva Guna, that is mode of the goodness, then which one do you prefer, Prabhuji? Sattva Guna or Suddha Tattva? Because Bharat Maharaja also was in the Sattva Guna, one step just away from the Suddha Tattva, and he again fell back. He had fallen back to the mode of passion by seeing the deer. So are there the chances if you are if you are there in the mode of goodness, you may fall back again. But once you enter Suddha Tattva, then you are moving more closer to Krishna. What is your what do you advise?
We see what happens. We should not become too proud. Just like it is said, Sattaguna is also a trap. Correct? Because when you come to Sattaguna, you see, oh, people are running for sense enjoyment in this world. Idiots, smoking, drinking. Then pride precedes a fall down. Then you fall down. Correct?
Yes.
So we should not become overconfident just because of Sattaguna. And, we become, then we know that this is nothing. I have to still go to, because I know sometimes a Sattaguna is contaminated by Rajas and Tamas. Correct? I am aware of that. So I work so that I come out. Okay?
Hare Krishna, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I've got one question, Prabhuji. It's regarding milk. They say that we are supposed to drink milk every day and even to offer Krishna curd, milk, kheer, and all the milk products. So then, because we are relying mostly on the farm, dairy farm products, and then they say that these cows are tortured and they are over milk and treated very badly. So,
We don't
what
do
should we
that.
do?
We don't do that. We have a, therefore you should have a cow. See, we have a cow. We don't do that. Whatever milk we get with that, we are very happy and satisfied.
Okay, Prabhuji. So how do I put the cow? So what is the option? Is to stop giving
See,
Krishna?
see, the Kali Yuga is, if you go for purity, you can't breathe in Kali Yuga. True? Can you
Yes,
eat
Prabhuji.
food? It's all contaminated. They say for sugar, so many problems are there, therefore you should use only jaggery. Hai na? Yeah?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Even for
Yes.
sugar, they use cow bones for whitening sometimes, some people say. Correct? So we have to be careful. But Kali Yuga, do not think too much we cannot go idealistic. Then it will be very difficult to even move. Hai na?
Yes,
It's a very contaminated age. Our focus is that the people are suffering in Krishna consciousness. What I should do to relieve them from that. We should see that actually people are in great pain and they are suffering. Okay? So,
Hare Krishna,
but the best
Prabhuji.
margin.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. May I share something? Before 2-3 days, we have the association of His Holiness Bhakti Vijay Bhagwat Swami Maharaj Abu Dhabi Yatra. So he was mentioning actually ISKCON Mangaluru because Guru Maharaj also mentioned 3 times in lectures. So he was very happy and he mentioned your particularly ISKCON Mangaluru and your name. And he has said so many pastimes of Guru Maharaj actually, particularly in the time of Corona, and how online preaching has done the miracles. So just I want to say.
Which Maharaj you say?
Bhakti Vijay Bhagwat Swami Maharaj. I think
Correct.
he came to our old temple. I told you no
Yes, yes.
no now. He told that.
Yeah, we know. ठीक है. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a small question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we observe this Pancharatrika Vidhi in the temple, but at home, how much
What is that?
we are expected? We observe this Pancharatrika Vidhi in the temple, isn't it, for
Yeah.
puja and all. So
Therefore, no, see, the point is, you should therefore come and stay for a few days. What possible you should do at home, correct? You cannot do temple standard at home. At home, there is no compulsion because you're not installing the deities, correct? So whatever you can do, you do. But at least when we stay in the temple, we come to know, they do this arati, they do this, they sing this. So therefore, temple becomes a place for ideal, where we learn, and then you go back home. Whatever standard you can do, you try to do. Okay?
Yes.
Nice. So today, this final shloka was very interesting. It brings in that when the atheists saw Krishna, they saw him as ordinary man. Correct? When Kamsa saw Krishna, he saw him as a death personified. Correct? Everybody saw differently. When Mother Yashoda saw my, dear boy, and when the wrestler saw, they saw him a thunderbolt, and Kamsa saw my death. And, so different people are seeing, because they are on different platforms. So very much understand these platforms, whichever platform we are in, based on that, my perception will be different. You got it? So we can change the platform by association. The only choice I have is association. I do not have any other choice. Because many people say that I will surrender to Krishna, but how will you surrender if you are on Kamsa's platform? You have to associate. Srila Prabhupada's books are there, holy name is there. You change your platform, then you see things differently. Okay.
Changing the platform, Prabhu, your perception will also get changed, correct?
Yeah. No, the 3 modes are one example to say the platform. You see things different. Bhagavad Gita says, no, the food is different. The Sattvic person likes one kind of food, Rajasic person another kind. Different platforms they are in. Sattvic person like one kind of music, Rasic person another kind of music, Sattvic person another kind of understanding, another kind of happiness. Sattvic person happiness is different, correct? So the whole, this is all what we wanted to do, the platform, that's what it is, the different platforms we are in. Right? So we keep chanting holy name, we come on a different platform. That's so that just by chanting the holy name, you can change your platform and come to Krishna conscious platform. And that's the beauty Prabhupada says. Even without going through intermediate stages, you can jump to Krishna conscious platform and dance in ecstasy. That's the beauty. So actually, Srila Prabhupada has made us very, very fortunate. Isn't it? We are able to appreciate the gopis' love of Krishna. Eko platform hai. You tell what I want to reach that platform and experience that affection and that platform. Okay? Hare Krishna, now Prabhuji will give you darshan. Audio was clear for you today, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
very clear.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can see this. This fellow was there for you today.
Goal, Prabhuji. Goal.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
प्रभुजी दर्शन कर
Hare
दीजिए।
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,